Welcome to the NMAA podcast, the best basketball league in Orlando and the longest running Muslim sports league in America. Based out of sunny Orlando in Florida, featuring weekly game previews, player stats, heated rivalries, and guest stars. Now, your hosts, Waaris Zaheer, the Komish, Zaheer, the Don, Dev Lackman. Take it away, fellas.
What's going on, NMAA family? We are back with another edition of the podcast. I am joined by Siddiq, Juman, and Obi. Sid, how are we doing today?
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Good to be unbanned once again, after my historic, I don't know what people would want to say, choke or Adam clapback. Apparently, it's what we're talking about, right? I was banned for a week, and now I'm back. So happy to get the crap talking going once again. It's a lot easier to talk crap when you don't got to play. People can say whatever they want to me. Don't make a difference. What do you want me to do?
I'm sitting on the sidelines, man. Obi, how you doing today? Speaking of somebody that took a week off. Dang, that boy was on the boat.
Technically, it was 2 weeks.
Shoosh.
Last week we had a bye, and week before I missed the game the week before.
Good game to miss, though. Hey, I'll say that.
Gosh, it was a bad game. It was a bad game.
Anyways, you know what's another bad week to miss? Boy, this week was a bad week to miss, Obi, because we had some classics. There was 5 or 6 moments where this is what I said, the remember when moments, where it's going to be like 5 years from now, 8 years from now, 10 years from now. I'm like, yo, remember when Waaris just threw the ball out of bounds for no reason? Like, there's going to be so many classic moments. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first game we have is Al-Aqsa versus Malik. Al-Aqsa, 3-0. Who would have thought before the season? Not me. And another thing, who would have thought before the season? Bilal, 20-piece McNuggets with the sweet and sour sauce. Oh my God, 5 threes for Bilal. Ian Hurley, 13 and 10. Manny with 12, 9 and 4. Daniel with 7, 6 and 4. Prince with 7. And as you can see, who was missing? Q. We're giving Q all these props. Without Q, they win the game. For Malik, Tony Koo with 15, 3 and 6. Marcus Ford, 14, 6 and 3. Tron with 10 and 9 after a really good start to the season. Kind of a lull this week. 9 points from Debo, 8 rebounds. Honestly, this one, once you told me, I remember we're in the gym. I was sitting with Ramsey and Ahmed Oshari, and we had just found out Q's not playing, right? And we were like, oh, shoot, Q's not playing? And the people that picked Aqsa were like, no, I should be able to change my pick. Like, that's nonsense, bro. Hold on. I'm like, oh, the game started. I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, I picked Malik anyways, blah, blah, blah. And Malik didn't have Chavis, so you could say those two cancel out. But the way Q's been playing this whole season, first couple weeks, he had the ball every play. So for them to pull off this game without him, I mean, Sid, you watched this game. The ending for this was nuts. Just give me that little short recap if you could.
All right, super short recap. Aqsa was whooping some butt, and then all of a sudden, it just looked like Malik just turned to Garen, made a comeback. I actually think they're probably down by like 8, right? And then picked up the defense. Tony Koo started to get hot. I think he hit 2 threes. And so they went on a run. And then a little bit at the end, Marcus had the ability to steal the ball from Dan. And controversy number 1 of the night was Marcus steal a foul or was it not? He had a breakaway fast break.
What's your thought?
That's clean. That's going.
Yeah, it looked clean to me.
That's going the other way. Malik up 2, and then maybe Bilal splashes a 3 for game since he was on fire the whole night. but from what I can see, that's a no call to me. And so instead, Dan shooting free throws. Dan, from my point of view, he went, I don't know, 2 for 4, I think, from free throws at the end. He's got to pick that up, man. So he still made it a game, 59-57. I guess maybe he was trying to do the honor code that Amir will talk about and just miss one to give you a chance. We'll get into that a little bit more, but it was a great game. And Aqsa deserved it. They were actually winning, and
they were the better team the whole game.
They were the better team the whole game, and Bilal, he put that team on his back and said, "Let's go." I'm the
high. Gotta be. Obi, you watched this game on video, right? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was action packed. Again, as you guys already mentioned, Aqsa was in control and Malik kind of rallied back. They just didn't look like the same team from previous weeks, in my opinion. They didn't really bang the ball inside like they have against other teams. Now, again, you could argue, okay, they have Ian, they've got Dan, they've got, Muhammad. So maybe, having those big three guys kind of stifled Tron a bit, stifled Debo a bit, but it didn't seem like they were even trying to go at the basket like they normally would. Because, again,
right.
I would again argue
settling for a lot of jumpers.
Yeah, Tron is bigger, and he's lanky. Debo, you know what I mean? He bangs it up on the inside, and Marcus is a big body, So again, I don't know if that was part of the game plan. From again, I wasn't there. I was, as you mentioned, out on the water. But it may have been because Abdel was in the game a lot. Right. From what I saw, the entire video, I believe Abdel was in the entire time. And sometimes from, being a former coach myself, is difficult to make some of those adjustments when you're actually in game. That might have just been a lapse of judgment there. But great game nonetheless. And congrats to Aqsa.
Yeah. Shout out Aqsa 3-0. And actually that 59-57 game was the blowout of the week. Because the rest of the games, 3-point difference combined. And if you can do the math, 3 divided by 3, it's not hard, folks. 1-point game, the rest of them. We'll start with this one. 73-72. Talk about controversy. Nars versus the Commissars. For the Commissars, Tristan with 23 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Should be 2 blocks, 3 steals. JP with 18, 10, 4. And a steal. Rod with 17 and 3 assists. Amir with 6, 9 and 7 assists and 2 blocks. For Nars, AK. Welcome to the season. 34 points, 8 threes, 3 assists, 3 steals. Omar Diaz with 18, 6 and 4 with 5 steals. Evan Rory with 12 points. Jamal with 6 and 7. Being real memeable in 2026. Jamal. Sid, I'm going to let you just take the floor. Give me this recap in your words only.
My words, or you want Amir's words? Because right now, Amir would say, Sid's an idiot. The refs are idiots. This whole game was a bunch of filled with idiots.
Yeah.
With a bunch of idiots in general. That's the key to this game. Everyone's just an idiot. No one's going to talk about, we're going to talk about that last play. Let's just get straight into it. I drew up a play for AK, went straight to Omar.
Down 3.
Omar's a great shooter. I mean, we saw him in the last game hit 3 straight in crunch time, right? So he tries to do a step back on Tristan, who supposedly, it's Forrest, your lawyer. He was proven not guilty, right? But realistically.
Allegedly.
Right? Tristan said he didn't foul him. But in the court of law, refs said you foul him. We play by the refs. I don't play by nobody else.
Yeah.
And they said he's shooting 3 free throws. Now, if you ask my honest opinion, no, he definitely didn't foul him. I'll admit to it, 100%. But, then there was this honor code that, I said we'd get into where supposedly I'm supposed to tell my guy, hey, miss all 3 free throws because you didn't deserve the free throw. As if, it's like, you remember that there used to be a commercial.
He was being serious about that.
Remember, there's this commercial where.
Yeah, he said, I touched the ball. Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
coach. Yeah, that's not going to be me.
That's not going to happen. If you're on my team and you know I touched it, I'm going to go tell the ref. And then the ref overturns it. I'm going to be like, you're cut.
Yeah, dude, he would be gone from the league. I'll tell Ozzy he did some insubordinate something before I tell him to ever come back and play in NMAA. I'll say he cussed out Ozzy on behalf of somebody else. So definitely not going to happen. But if you ask my actual full-on opinion, Commissars had a 16-point lead. How'd you let it get to that, right? So, you blew a 16-point lead for one Jamal.
I was just going to say,
from putting the game away.
Jamal could have put the game away with a layup. I think that would have made it a 4-point game, a 2-possession game with like 10 seconds left.
Correct.
So, 16-point game.
Not to throw my old player away, but you have said before, it was a hookah lounge out there before, right? on previous games. I'm going to tell him, hey, man, I can't have you have that nickname on ours. So you're going to have to start making some layups. And that's one of them you have to make. That's not one that you can make.
Yeah, that was a bunny. And I feel like Jamal last couple of seasons, that was a joke about Jamal like years ago. I feel like he's really gotten that, rep completely eradicated. But he might have brought it back with that last layup. But yeah, I mean, my point is, not even that, Sid. We can talk about the missed layup. We can talk about the 16-point lead. Omar Diaz hit 2 out of 3. That is not how they lost.
100%.
Okay? How did they lose? JP slams the ball. Bounces so hard it goes almost to the ceiling. Gets a tech. That's an auto tech. You know the rules. You bounce the ball. It goes over somebody's head height. It's auto tech. Doesn't matter. Right? He gets a tech. By the way, even with that foul, Omar makes 3 of 3. Commissars get the ball with 2 seconds left with a chance to win the game, or it goes to overtime. With that technical foul, now it's 5 free throws, needing to go 4 of 5. Obviously, Omar went 2 of 3. AK takes a text. He's 8 for 10 from 3-point line. He's not going to miss. So,
we think, and this is foreshadowing to another game. We think 4 free throws easy to make, but apparently it's not in our league, right? So,
legitimately, last 3 seasons, free throw shooting has been horrendous.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Even when Omar missed his one, I looked at AK. I was like, AK, I just need one, bro. Just one. I know you're going to make both, but please, if you don't, just give me one.
Yeah.
Don't let this be the reason the man turns around and goes, you guys couldn't even make some free throws. The rest tried to give you the game and you still lost it.
Then he'd be calling you guys idiots for real.
Yeah,
he's still going to call me that. He's going to see me Sunday morning. Sound like I'm idiot.
Yeah, 100%. And what's funny is Amir's post game or end of game rant and alleged punt situation was fantastic. It's something that it never gets old. And at first I was like, oh, what a slimy way for Nars to win. That's so fake. How kind of call is that? And then I saw Amir reacting. I said, I'm so glad this happened. And I'm taking video and and if you see me, you'll see me kind of jog up to Amir and try to get the perfect angle because I'm like, dude, this is fantastic. And he's furious, and I'm holding him back from going to each ref. I'm like, Amir, relax, breathe. Look at me, Amir, breathe. And his face is turning purple. It's so red.
Yo, he is red. I saw him get the ball, and I walked the other way because he chased the ball down to punt it.
Yeah, he did.
And I walked the other way. I was like, please don't punt it my way or punt it like this direction. Go the complete opposite way. We need an NMAA bloopers or, just a separate page from NMAA basketball where we can post
Acting a fool.
That's right. Controlled by Ramsey. I'm voting Ramsey to do it because he always has videos.
You know what? One of those other clips would be there from this week, and we'll get to that. 99ers versus Al-Qamar. 99ers win this game 63-62 in overtime. For the 99ers, aka my team. Ramsey Shaban with 15, 4, and 2. With 3 steals. And shout out Ramsey. We learned that he tore his calf off the bone, bro. So praying for Ramsey. Everybody, send a message to Ramsey. Tell him you're thinking about him. Tough injury to get through, but he's still in high spirits because Ramsey's Ramsey. But yeah, it's not a good situation. Yours truly 14 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Nader with 12, hit 2 threes. Byron with 10 and 8. Omar Arroyo with 9, 7, and 4. Omar Arroyo has been great. His stat sheet has been okay, but he actually has been fantastic. BG with 25, 2 and 2, and 4 steals. Tadic, actually, we can highlight the free throws. There's no way it's 5 for 6 because we saw what happened in overtime.
Correct.
So somebody's got to go adjust
Arc with the double-double also.
Yeah.
20 points, 10 turnovers?
20 points, 10 turnovers, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Monk with 17 boards, 8 points. Alex McCord with 6 and 8. So yeah, this game was actually very unentertaining until about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We take a 13-point lead with 3:30 something left. As soon as Ramsey tears his calf. So I'm like, uh-oh, what's happening? So we're all kind of thinking of Ramsey. They're like, we kind of stopped the game. The game stops for legitimately 5 minutes because he was writhing in pain. So we're like, oh my God, what's going on? And then the refs were like, we got to go, right? So then we're kind of panicking and nobody's coaching. Ramsey's the coach, right? So we're like, okay. So we're just trying to I remember the first minute or two, I kept thinking, let's just get this game over with so that I can check on Ramsey and talk to him and see what's going on. Then BG starts hitting nonsense. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Tarek, I think, hit 3 straight threes.
Tarek hit a 3 from 30 feet. BG gets fouled in a 3. BG hits a 3 that looks like a 4-point play almost. We get fouled. I shoot 1 of 2. Omar Arroyo shoots 0 of 2. DJ Tony straight up just travels for no reason. We get another turnover on the other side. And now all of a sudden, we're up 1 with the ball. And I'm like, guys, just get it inbounded and make both free throws. That's all we got to do. Byron's inbounding, throws it to nobody. And then I'm like, Byron, what was that? And he's like, I threw it to you. You got fouled, right? I said, bro, you threw me. First of all, I'm 6'5", bro. Why are you throwing me a bounce pass?
I hate when people do that.
So now they get the ball. They get fouled. And now all of a sudden, they have 2 free throws. If they make both, they win the game. I'm like, what is going on? Thankfully, they go 1 of 2. We have the ball with 17 seconds left. We actually get a good play. If you go watch this, we're going to score, but the ref stops the clock because Tadic is counting 5 seconds ahead out loud, and he's screaming it. So we had 10 seconds. He was calling 5, 4, 3. And I'm like, that's a tech. Now we have to take the sideline out of bounds. That's a free timeout for them. They get to stop us and go back on defense.
Yeah, they should have either not. They should have been a tech, or they shouldn't have stopped the play.
Exactly. I 100% agree with that.
100%.
So we get the ball, 4 seconds left, sideline out of bounds. I throw it into Omar. He throws up a prayer. We don't make it. Then for the longest overtime in the history of NMAA, literally the minute bro, think about this. Bilal started recording with 1 minute left in the third quarter. That's 13 minutes of game time, right? The video is 33 minutes long. What? So, anyways, the overtime, nothing entertaining happens except one thing. Okay? We have the lead with 1 point. A 1 point lead. I'm looking at Ozzy. And I'm like, Ozzy, how is the game not over? We have been playing for legitimately 14, 15 real-time minutes. And I'm like, Ozzy, is the game over? And he's like, next dead ball, it's sudden death. And then I'm like, why is it sudden death? We have the ball with the lead. How is it? Why does it need to be a dead ball? So I'm holding the ball, and you can go see this. This is on video. I'm holding the ball. I'm looking at Ozzy. I'm like, Ozzy, next dead ball? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, it's sudden death, next dead ball. And he's like, yeah. So what do? I throw the ball out of bounds.
No honor. No honor.
I don't, bro. I'm I have played 52 minutes in this game. Okay, I am exhausted beyond belief. I'm just like, the game's over. Thank God. Okay, and I'm like, why do we need a next dead ball? We have the ball. The team that's winning has the ball. Why do we need a dead ball? I'll just run the clock out, right? What Ozzy said afterwards was, I was telling you after the next dead ball is going to be sudden death. I'm like, you should have clarified that when I'm looking at you with the ball and I'm about to throw that. And what's funny is my whole team, not my whole team, a couple people on my team still agree with what I did, because they were like, we understood what you understood.
I agree with what you did.
Thank you, Obi.
What's crazy is
super unethical. 1,000% the right play.
Hey, what's crazy is the next day after I watched the video, it's the meme of Draymond inbounding the ball and he just throws it off KD.
Yeah.
And the clock runs out.
Yeah. 100%.
You know how disrespectful it is, though? That let's just say he did fully understand it. That he threw the ball out of bounds. Now everyone in the stadium, arena, is thinking 99 is going to lose. Like, how did he do that? He gave Cummer a free possession. And they get a backcourt violation.
They get a backcourt violation in less than 10 seconds.
Put up a shot.
Yeah, immediately get a backcourt violation. And then Ozzy goes, all right, man, game over.
Game's over.
Right? But listen, and I just want to justify what I'm doing, okay? In my head, and I think you guys understood it, what I was understanding as well, was Ozzy was like, oh, we're going to call it in the next dead ball. So and that's my apologies. I didn't know the overtime rules, and I'm going to go over them after this segment. But I didn't know that we had started this, once there's a dead ball, there's sudden death. Also, in my head, sudden death implies that it's a tie game. Am I crazy?
Well, I think it's because we want to try to give each team still another possession.
And I understand
to see,
that.
Could they have gotten to 64? Now, anyone who watched the overtime game knew nobody was getting to 64. Neither.
No,
that was impossible.
It's first to 5 points. And you know what's funny is I've brought up this point where I said, hey guys, it should be first to 7 because 5 is too quick.
After your game, it's going to be first to 3.
Yeah.
First person to hit a 3. That's
first
it. First
person to score 1 point. That should be overtime. True sudden death at the tip.
Do you know, and you didn't mention it, do you know how 99ers won? They got a foul. Nader got fouled in the backcourt, 90 feet away from the basket.
100%.
And his one free throw that went in is the reason that the game was over.
And the game was over.
But based on all the free throw situations in the overtime game, you have to applaud him for at least hitting one because
Nader. So Nader hit 2 free throws. Tariq hit a 3. They I believe got 4 free throws. They needed to make 2. Missed all 4
from their best player.
Yeah, from BG had 2 and Tariq had 2. Then Nader actually had 4 free throws. He went 2 for 4. If he makes 3 for 4, we win. Or at the end of the game, if Omar Arroyo goes not 0 for 2, I don't go 1 for 2. It was the ugly. Everybody was like, "Oh wow, overtime again! Must have been a crazy game." Nobody watched that. It was horrific.
Took a book out. You took a page out of Muttaquin's offense.
And we'll get since working on this transition game because now we're going torn ACL, but he's still in transition. Muttaqin versus Al Mukhtar. Yikes, Muttaqin, what are we doing? I want to nominate this game as the most loss feeling win of all time. Because there is no way anybody on Muttaqin is happy with this win. Are they like, all right, technically it's a win. Let's not talk about it anymore? Sure. But you're telling me,
how much worse would you feel if you lost?
Al Mukhtar team. Go ahead and look at their team name. Who is missing? Their first pick and their second pick. So,
a win's a win, man. A win's a win. Kareem, keep doing you, Kareem.
It's better than the 0, man. Because whenever you go 0 for 2, 0 for 3, naturally as a coach, you're like, please don't let me go 0 for 8.
Exactly. Listen, shout out Christian Solis. He scored 16, 5, and 2, 4 steals. Ahmed Fellow with 13 and 6. Kaz with 10, 5, 3 assists, 2 steals. Might be a Mukhtar player for the rest of his career. Just look out for that, Kaz. For Muttaqin, Isaiah with 14, 9, 6 blocks. Yassine with 12 and 7. Shawan with 9 and 4. Sharif with 7, 4, and 5. Brian with 3. Kareem with 0.
Waaris, tell me something, though. That doesn't make sense to me. And it's got to be the stats are off, right? 45, 44. Not a single person on either team in double-digit rebounds? Like, I mean,
you're taking a page out of my book in overtime. Everybody's just throwing the ball out of bounds. That's what's happening. You can't get a rebound if you turn it over. I mean, this has got to be the ugliest box score in semi-pro history. 45 to 40, and they were in overtime, right? And did somebody get to 5?
No, nobody got the 5. I think they scored 1 point in overtime.
What the hell? I mean, Muttaqin is averaging 44.5 points through 2 games. What? With a team?
Like I said, I told you guys. After the Showtime game, I realized I could never be on the same podcast as Kareem because that's contagious, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't have that.
You couldn't score the week after. Listen, man, my point is Isaiah, Yassine, Shawan, Sharif, Brian, Kareem. Omar Zaini can go in there and do a couple things too.
All of them could go get a bucket. All of them could go get a bucket.
Everybody is capable of doing something on offense. And you're telling me you can't crack 45 points? You can't get to 46 points? And what's funny is right before the game, Kareem, I talked to him. He goes, I just want to score 50. I'm like, Kareem, that's you might lose if you score 50. Like 50 is nothing. And he's like, bro, just I'm okay with it. I'm not looking at 62 or whatever. Just let's get to 50. And they didn't even do that. And you know what, Mukhtar? Fine. No Weezy, no Julian. You get a pass. All right, you guys.
I would switch it if I was able to, and Ozzy would let me. I would switch it to like at least 0.5.
No, we should get a quorum of NMAA rules makers, and we should overturn this game because there is no reason Muttaqin with their full lineup against. First of all, Mukhtar, we're already talking about is guaranteed to be in the play-in. We were talking about percentages last week, right? With their full team, you're telling me without their first 2 picks. It should have been a cakewalk for Muttaqin. I'm sorry, Mukhtar. We're talking about there's difficulty having offense without Weezy, without Julian. I mean, come on. This was an embarrassment. Honestly, it was embarrassment.
I need my previous first round pick to pick it up, man. He's averaging 14 through 2 games. I don't think that's going to stay. I actually think he's going to bounce back. He's going to have a 20 or 30 point game. He's getting the looks. I can't say he's not getting the looks. It's just not falling for him. Sometimes you go in that offensive slump, and I think once he picks it up, he gets to that 20-point range, they're going to be in the 50s and the 60s, and their team will look a lot better. I mean, I don't think anyone's looking at Muttaqin on paper and saying, oh, yeah, that's a team that, like...
That's an easy win. Yeah, no, I don't think so. And they better not, because that would be stupid. They got too much talent. I think they'll figure it out. I think it's growing pains. Honestly, getting the win matters. OB, what you said is very true. I think you were on a Muttaqin team where you guys are pretty low scoring. But you guys figured it out. You would always figure it out and end up with W's, and that's all that matters, right?
We also held teams to, I think it was like 41 points for the season.
That is insane.
We've been harping on Muttaqin, but you know what? Like, big shout out to Mukhtar as well, right? You know, you're down your first 2 picks. A lot of people can just, I'm not going to run back on defense. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. This game's over. They didn't do that, right? They gave it their all, and again, they were right there. It was theirs for the taking, and it fell a little bit short. Weezy's going to come back. Julian's going to come back. You know, you have potential there.
The only upside I'll say for both of these teams in a game like this is, again, number one, without your first and second round, but like they did a good job of controlling the pace, right? And this was a good game for Mukhtar to play against because Muttaqin is not a lot of possessions type of team, right? They're gonna take a minute and a half, which again, you already pointed out, 0 players in double-digit rebounds. That's because they average 2.5 minutes per possession for the entire game. So
Right.
you're not getting that many looks, right? But if they're able to do that, pick up the pace, and then insert those other 2 players that they're missing, they're going to be solid. On the flip side of the equation, if with Mutakeen, for me, it's just camaraderie. Once those guys get together, they're a completely different team. If they figure out how to play as a unit, they're going to be a top contending team despite everything that
You know what? I'll say this. Mutakeen, second best defense in the league so far. So it's not like they're getting smoked every game. They're averaging less than 50 points against. The problem is they're averaging 44 points, right? And what's crazy about that is they're not even the worst offense.
They aren't. Mukhtar is.
Mukhtar is averaging 41.
Yeah. We might have a new trophy this season. Now, if I'm Mutakeen, and I'm the coach of Mutakeen, what I'm telling my team is, hey, can't get worse than we are right now. So the outlook is pretty good, right?
Listen.
It's only up from here.
Listen, all I'm going to say is that game, how long was that overtime, Sid? 7 minutes, 8 minutes?
I actually think theirs was shorter than yours.
For sure shorter. But their overtime was 7 minutes. They played 48 minutes of real time. You're telling me 55, 56 minutes. And you scored 40. I mean, you're scoring 0.8 points per minute played.
Did you watch the video? Like, I'm not trying to be ruthless here, but they had more shots airball than they did touch the rim.
That can't be true.
I promise you. Watch the video.
Are you kidding me?
On everything. He had... Someone fact check me, please. I want to be fact checked.
Crazy thing is,
5 airball shots in the fourth quarter.
Ew.
Kareem would know the statistics, actually. He could tell you the exact number.
Kareem, we need verification. Did you have more air balls? Wait, so they had more air balls than makes, I'm assuming, obviously.
1,000%.
They had more air balls than makes. And then, so it looked like one of those junior FBVA, like first grade kindergarten type teams.
What they were missing was somebody under the basket just like this.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the ball. Just wait. Like, it's going to come to me eventually.
Honestly, that's not a bad offensive gameplay.
Kareem's offensive strategy for this week has to be, hey, Yassine, Shawan, everybody just go under the basket, put your arms out like this, and get a layup.
My goodness. Hey, I think Kareem, if you're still listening, you're really the goat.
Cut this segment, man. Cut this segment, man.
I think Kareem's on his YouTube right now. He smashed the forward 10 seconds button. You just keep smashing it. He's trying to get to the ads.
One day on a Sunday morning, it's going to end up on the NMAA bloopers page, but Sid's going to get sidekicked straight into the jaw, bro.
Oh, my God. Remember when Mutakeen scored 45 points and while playing 60 minutes? Anyways. That's all we got for the recap, boys. Let's get to the next segment.
You're listening to the NMAA podcast.
Your favorite podcast is here.
You smile, you show up, you keep going. But inside, something just doesn't feel right. If anxiety, sadness, or stress are affecting your life, Mava Behavioral connects you with experienced psychiatric providers who listen and understand. Mava provides personal care statewide in Florida, Texas, and Illinois. Appointments are fast, care is personalized, visits happen from home or in person. Because your mental health matters every single day. Visit Mava Behavioral and schedule your first appointment at mavamedical.com to get started. That's MAVA medical.com. Feeling better starts here.
After the full recap, we are here with the picks. But before the picks, I got a text from one Omer Zahid, a.k.a. the Commish, and he shared with me a note. And it says, headline, and you can read it here. I'll try to zoom into it. Overtime rules.
5-minute voice note.
Yeah, he's left a 5.5 minute podcast TED Talk that we had to all listen to. I listened
still haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah. What you gotta do is you gotta forward it and then copy it, put it in ChatGPT, be like, summarize this for me. Anyways, sorry. Love you, Ozzy. Overtime rules. According to Ozzy, first to 5-minute timer on moderator clock. Dev, Omer, or coach. Timer is not for the players, aka it's not listed anywhere. If tied or 1 point game after time expires, next dead ball, sudden death will be announced. In sudden death, each team gets 1 possession each to score. Any point ends the game. Moderators can allow extra time per their judgment based on game flow before calling sudden death. Additional notes: players, coaches should not be stopping live play to ask about sudden death or cause sudden death. Why?
Wonderful.
Had to throw that addendum at you.
All right, I'm actually, so it's a collaborative note, so I'm putting Waaris rule and an asterisk over here. If time expires and no team has scored 5, sudden death is not active on the next dead ball. Example 62-60, time expired, moderator will give refs a heads up. The next dead ball will be sudden death. Players and coaches should not be asking how much time is left. 1 possession each, normal rules apply. Yada yada, X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. Right? It's all to say, just first to 5. And if you hear somebody say now it's sudden death, then it becomes sudden death. Other than that, you don't look at Ozzy and ask him if the next dead ball, the game's over, and then throw the ball out of bounds. All right.
5 is subject to change based on these past couple overtime games. Please get to 5, guys.
We'll get to 5, man. Hey, listen, my team had more turnovers in that overtime than attempted field goals, by the way. I want you to know.
There was more missed free throws than there were points.
That's also correct. That is also correct. There are more missed free throws than there are points. Yep. Anyways, yikes. With all that being said, guys, Showtime versus Al Mukhtar, first game of the week 4 slate. And Al Mukhtar showed some heart without having their first and second pick, but I believe their first pick is still out. And Showtime, Adam Dorsey, leading the team in scoring after one bad game. He's back on top. And these picks, I would think, are going to be pretty quick. I will let Obi pick first. Obi, who you got in this game?
Yeah, I got to go Showtime on this one. Maybe they're missing a couple players. I know Zach is
Listen, that
possibly not going to be there, but generally when Zach's not there, Zahid. No, I'm just saying. I just know that, part of.
Them boys
I know
on
when Zach's not going to be there, Zahid's going to be there. So,
all I know is Zach and Zahid love themselves in all-inclusive. That's all I know.
Fair. That's fair.
That's all I know. If it says all-inclusive, Zach and Zahid going to be there.
I know Mukhtar, they came together a little bit last week. They put up a fight, but it's going to be tough. Garfield has been on a tear this season.
Yeah, he's been great.
It's going to be tricky. Just matchup-wise, I don't see Mukhtar being able to match up with Showtime the way they need to, and for that reason, I got to go Showtime.
Fair enough. So I'm going to pick next year. Honestly, I thought what you were about to say, you were giving me keys to victory for Mukhtar. And I thought you started by saying maybe Showtime is missing a couple players. And I said, Obi has lost it. That's a crazy thing to say. And it turns out you might have some inside information. I also got Showtime here. I think that they win relatively easily. Mukhtar showed some heart, obviously, in that last game without their first 2 picks. Especially if Weezy's out. I think even if Weezy plays, I'm going to pick Showtime here because you got an ankle injury and a hand injury. Weezy's not been playing basketball, to be honest with you, because of those injuries. I can't imagine Showtime doesn't win by double digits here. I got Showtime 66-52, to be honest with you. Sid, who you got in this matchup?
You both summed it up well. If you had to think about statistics, Showtime on that screen you just put up, beat them in every single statistic. Rebounds, assists, points allowed, points for. Got Showtime by a mile.
That'll
Dang,
do it.
Mile.
By a mile. Yes, sir.
Wow, it's crazy. How many feet is that, Sid?
It's a lot when you walk with your head down after the butt whooping you're about to get.
All 5,280? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep, that is correct, good sir.
Education, man. That's a UCF education right there. Muttaqin versus Al-Qamar, aka the we don't feel like scoring today game. I bullied Muttaqin a little too much. Qamar scored a little bit. We could do this. Last game, BG and Tariq combined for 45 points. That's more than Muttaqin averages. All right, I'm done with bullying. I'm done with the bullying. Muttaqin versus Al-Qamar. I think this is actually going to be a decent matchup here. That Muttaqin defense is for real. We can make all the jokes we want about their offense. Their defense has held decent teams to low totals, 49 points against. Qamar's averaging 57 points. What do we see happening in this game? Sid, I'll let you pick first.
First to 52 wins. I actually think, much like you said, it's going to be a defensive battle both ways. Like, all jokes aside, it's definitively going to be a defensive battle. I think matchup in terms of Tariq Hassa is going to want to make a point because Kareem did not pick him in the draft, much like a couple of his friends. But I think didn't pick him twice. And I think Tariq probably takes more exception to the fact Kareem didn't take him, right? And so how do you deal with that? You play him, and you try to make sure that Kareem would hate to be 0. Well, he wouldn't be 0. A 1-2.
Feel like 0-3.
It might feel like an 0-3, but that's what you do, right? Like, this is the game for you, Tariq, to not score 13 points a game because I don't know what that is for you. That should never happen, and then probably get under 10 turnovers. Around 4 to 5, you should be good. I'm expecting a pretty good game from Tariq. To be in all honesty, I think he's going to have a great game. BG has been playing excellent. I'm picking Qamar in this game still, but I think Muttaqin, it's probably a 2-point game. I think it's a very close game. Both teams can be stopped. Just depends who's going to have slightly more offense. And right now, it looks like Qamar just has slightly more offense.
It's a very nice way of putting it. Ovi, what do you got in this matchup?
I'm going to swing the other way.
Pause.
I'm going to pick Muttaqin in this game, simply for the fact that if anybody knows BG and Tariq's game, how to get under their skin, how to neutralize them, even after they've made the 1, 2, 3 adjustments, it's Kareem Moslehi. So for that simple fact, not even going to talk matchups or anything else. Only one thing I will say is, Kareem, bro, like, you can't be scoring 0 points. Like, I know you're the coach.
I agree. Kareem, get in the game,
coach, man. But like, hey, like, put your team on your back, Kareem, and get the fire started. Yeah, get the fire started and let's roll with it, man. And that's it. That's all I got to say.
I agree with you on that. I feel like Kareem has not put himself in scoring situation. He has 0 points on the season.
Put that in perspective, and I love the person I'm about to call out. But Abid is averaging more points per game.
Shout out Abid. Kareem. And I know that's
Allahu Akbar.
Allah. I know that's not for the lack of, he's just missing every single shot. I know he's just not going in and putting the ball up. Kareem, you got here. I would argue top 5 shooters in semi-pro today. You could definitely have Kareem in that list. I'm not going to be mad at it. You're telling me you're putting up 2 shots, 3 shots a game? Kareem, I would understand if you're scoring 65 a game. All right, let me not rock the boat. 44.5, I'm shooting 12 threes the next game. Y'all figure it out.
Let me put it to you this way. And, aside from Ramsey, because I know he's going to message me, he's hurt now. If you gave me any coach to play with right now, I'm taking Kareem. That says a lot. I would want Kareem. So, Kareem, suit up, If your team asks you why you're shooting so much, tell them look at the team averages. It's my time to shine. Get them up and see what happens. You're not going to airball any more than what the rest of your team just did last week. You're an absolute sniper, in my opinion.
Am I crazy to say Kareem's the best shooter on that team?
I don't know, but when you watch the video, I saw him put the ball on the floor, and I'm like, Kareem, that is your shot. Like, I watched it, like, in the wing, in the corner. I've seen him in the corner three to make me lose.
I will say this, though. Just knowing the type of coach and player that Kareem is, he's not going to do any of what we just said.
No.
Unless his players force that issue.
Do you see that happening?
Isaiah, what's up, my boy? Talk to your coach. Bilo, talk to your coach. Yassine, what y'all, tell Kareem to go get some buckets for y'all, man.
He's very capable.
That's it.
I think Kareem's got to play on this team about 30 to 35 minutes. And that means he's playing significant time in the fourth quarter, closing out the lineup. And he's got to be putting up shots. And if you're telling me the difference is going to be if Kareem shoots more, this is my take. If Kareem shoots more than 6 threes, I got Muttaqin. If he shoots less, I got Gummer. And I think he's going to shoot less, so I got Gummer. To be completely honest with you.
I think that's fair.
And and that sounds like I'm being harsh. No, bro. Kareem, put him up, bro. There's a reason you get assigned in that high of a pick. You can't have 0 points. Anyways, that's not their only problem. So I got Gummer. But next game we have Aqsa versus Al Nasser. And Aqsa, look at Bilal, man. One blow-up game. He over here, second leading scorer. Oh, it's because Q was out one game. All right. This is going to be a fun one. 3-0 Aqsa versus 1-1 Nasser. Can Aqsa make it 4-0? Obi, I know you can't pick this game, but give us a little bit of breakdown before me and Sid pick it.
Man, I'm back. That's it. That's the breakdown. I'm back.
All right, simple enough. Sid, who you got?
I do have
Inshallah.
I do have.
I don't got my hat on this one. So.
You got Aqsa.
I just think. I mean, look at their points allowed, man. I know we can go back and forth on, hey, they haven't played top tier competition or whatever I've heard. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. I mean, the teams are averaging 46 a game. I mean, that's pretty good defense regardless to hold 3 teams under 50, right? Or at least below 60.
That Malik team has firepower, man. So
correct. So they're doing something right. Q should be back. I think this is going to be, especially since I'm picking Aqsa, I'm going to hear Ozzy yell about it on the other side of the court while I'm playing. But I got Aqsa. I'm going to get their best start for Muhammad as a coach, 4-0.
So this is a very tough one for me. And I just, Al Nasser, after that week 2 performance, you would wish that they would have gotten another game after that instead of the bye week. Because they got absolutely boat raced in week 2. Shout out Obi, by the way, boat racing himself. And they got smoked. So I wish I would have seen them again. Week 1, they looked pretty good against a Showtime team that I think we all think is very good. Do I see Aqsa as a 4-0 team though? It's just hard to envision. You know what I mean? But
B+ to A+, man.
They've looked so good though. They legitimately against Malik, in my opinion, is a good team. You can say that, okay, they've had not top tier competition. I think Malik's an okay team. And then they played, what else did they play? They played Mukhtar in one of the games. Okay, fine. Right?
And they played Muttaqin, I think, the other one, right?
And they played Muttaqin in the other one. Okay, 2 of the bottom 3 teams. But I don't think, I think of Malik as a good team. And the fact that they beat him without Q gives them real legitimacy. But I think that Nasser team, after getting absolutely shellacked is so hungry, and I think Aqsa might be getting a little comfortable. Like, yeah, we're 3-0. We can afford a loss. Like, we're chilling. Manny
You
said,
don't have comfort players, though, Wars. I got to disagree. I'm not saying disagree with your pick. Manny is not a comfort player.
No, he's a dog.
Ian, not a comfort player.
No, he's a
not
dog.
a comfort player.
No,
Neither is Fringe. They got a lot of dogs.
They really do, man. It's a really tough pick for me. I think it's going to be a close game regardless. But I got Al Nasser. I got Al Nasser by 1 point. I got him 58-57. I think that the difference in the game is going to be the inside presence of Omar Uthman getting extra rebounds. I think Hare is a fantastic rebounder, but the one thing he struggles with, which a lot of us big struggle with, is it just like a guy that's just super athletic and trying really hard. And it's like, come on, man. Why are you doing all that? Let me box you out. Don't jump over me. Don't be weird. You know what I mean? So I think those extra possessions are going to help Nasser a lot. I think Wasim is probably feeling refreshed. Obi caught a nice largemouth bass out on the water. He's feeling good.
Saltwater fishing.
Oh, my fault. You got marlins over there? You got groupers?
No, just some snook, some snapper.
I know nothing about fishing. I don't know if they
call good. I'll take you out one of these days.
But yeah, I got Nasser in a close one. I don't feel good about that pick, but I don't think I would have felt good about Aqsa either. So we will see.
I agree with you. It is a toss-up for sure. That game's going to come down to whoever's more physical.
100%. And it could be either team. That's the thing. Like, I could... If all Nasser's guards get bullied, it's going to be a long night for Nasser, and I'm going to feel stupid.
Which guard's going to get bullied? Wasim going to get bullied?
Wasim doesn't get bullied physically. He gets bullied mentally sometimes, though.
I got him though. My guards don't get bullied. I don't allow that.
Shout out Wasim. You know I love Wasim, but if I say one thing to Wasim, he starts acting crazy. That's my dog, and he and he knows that too. And I just like, don't bring that weak stuff in here. And he said, what weak stuff? And then he tries to lay it up on me every single time, and that's a great advantage for us. So,
not to take even longer, the funniest thing about this matchup is the fact that, Wasim's probably going to hit a 3 and do exactly that sound.
Yeah.
And Wasim comes a lot to Dev's Thursday night runs. Obviously, so does Q. And Q absolutely hates that sound, bro. Like, it's like a trigger for him. He just instantly turns his game up, and then you're going to start. If you don't believe me, let Wasim make that sound one time. You're going to see Q going off and start staring Wasim down. Like, it's going to be like he's going to get a bucket. He's going to look at Wasim every single play.
That is a hilarious side story. All right.
Hey, just for that, Sid, I'm going to make sure every single one of us, every single bucket makes that sound.
I hope you don't get a lot of buckets.
Anyways,
it's going to sound like a train station on that court over there, boy.
The whistles go woo. I don't know if anybody remembers that video. 99ers versus NARS. Game of the week? Maybe I'm just feeling like that. But 4-1 combined record for these teams. And we ain't the one with the loss, Sid. So
you might not be saying that next week.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, honestly, decent start for our season so far. We've had 4 players in double digits. Averaging. Nader's close to that amount as well. The only thing is now we got Ali Jaffer coming in for Ramsey. You have 2 people in high double digits. Very different, stark difference of philosophy here. I'll speak about the game, Sid, then you can talk about it a little bit. This is a matchup that I think me and Ramsey had circles. I don't know if everybody knows this, but me, Ramsey, and Sid are good friends. So we're always just talking trash to each other. And even last game, Sid, I acted like I didn't hear him, but we were talking crazy to Sid, like, yo, we're nasty, blah, blah, our team is sick, X, Y, and Z. And I was telling him, I'm hooping, I'm different this season. The first shot I shot was the most airball in history, right? And I airballed the hell out of it. And all I hear, and I'm running back on defense, head down, acting like nothing's happening. All I hear is Sid's voice. all that crap talking, you shot that much. I was like, oh God. I said, I gotta act like I can't hear him. So I'm running back. I'm like pointing at my defense. I'm like, go here, go here. We definitely hurt him. Definitely hurt Sid. So it sucks that Ramsey got hurt for this game, but I think that matchups where Sid's coaching and I'm playing have been very classic in the last couple of times that we've done it. And I'm excited to see how this one pans out. I know that it's gonna be real personal, and then after the horn sounds, we're all gonna just be laughing and joking about, dang, this is what happened. So
It does
basketball
not
wise,
that Ramsey, just to call it out,
yeah,
has been letting AK know the whole time for the past 2 weeks that he's giving AK the belt.
Yeah.
So
also
there is, just aside from Waaris and Ramsey versus me, there's also the whole Ramsey and AK are also best friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of storylines in this one. But I'm excited to see what we look like. Obviously, before Ramsey tore his calf, I thought we were going to beat Gummer by easy 13-15. I think Sid, you'd probably agree with that. Once he kind of popped his calf, we were like just hanging on for dear life. So I think we're closer to that team that we were in the first 45 minutes of that. But now it's almost like week one again, because our second round pick is going to be a completely different player. Not only that, a player that's not played in semi-pro ever, does not know any of the guys on the team or on the other team, right? So, but Ramsey, I know, will do a good job of getting him prepared. And I love Ollie, man. That's my dog, and he's a beast. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do in semi-pro. I've been trying to get him to play for a long time. He said, I only want to play if I'm guaranteed to be on your team. And I'm like, I can't guarantee that, right? Especially when I'm a player and not coaching. Now I'm like, yo, I can guarantee that you're on my team. You only missing 2 games. Lock in. So it's going to be a fun one. But it's going to be a feeling out process for us. I still think we pull it out. But let's see. Obi, who you got in this game?
Man, this one's real tough for a lot of what you just mentioned. And just, again, NARS is a solid team. And the one thing that I will say is they do lack the inside presence that I feel with you, and especially now Ali. You guys definitely have that. But if NARS can just run and gun, play their game, Omar and AK, the dynamic duo has been, great thus far this season. Man, this is really, you already said it, could be the game of the week. Just like you guys were saying, the last game was very difficult to pick. I would argue that this one is probably that much more difficult to pick, and not having seen how Ali fits and his role, I gotta go just with NARS on this one, just for the sheer sake of, hey, I know what these guys are going to be able to put together, and that's it. That's really it. Had Ali played with you guys last game, and I kind of had a little bit more of an inside scoop of how it would work, maybe I'd have a different pick. But I do think this is going to be a fun game to watch, and it sucks that I'll be playing at the same time. But I'll definitely view the video afterwards. So.
Wait, so who'd you say you're gonna pick?
NARS.
Oh, okay.
I got NARS. I got NARS. I got NARS by 6.
6? Oh, you think we're trash? All right.
No, I just think
I heard you think we're trash. That's crazy.
I don't think you're trash, but I'm gonna hit you with the scenario. You ready for it, my boy?
What's up?
Dude, I don't know Omar Arroyo looking at the camera giving some speech, bro.
Hey, peep game, Waters.
Yeah.
You're up 4 with 2 minutes to play.
Yeah.
You lose the ball on a dumb turnover. I won't even say whose fault it was. It could be yours for all that matters.
Right.
But AK gonna come, he gonna hit a wing 3. Y'all gonna come down, you gonna score, you gonna bring it back. Jamal gonna get redemption.
Oh no! Oh
He's gonna make a layup. It's gonna be back and forth, scoreless,
You know what?
and AK gonna close the game on another 3. That's all she wrote. 6-point
We'll
game.
call out Waaris' favorite hookah flavor.
If that happens, I'm opening a Lammy Hookah Lounge right after that. To be honest with you, because that would be too legendary. We'd have to be business partners after that. But no, that would be heartbreaking. And you know what's crazy about that finish? Sid would never let us hear the end of it. He'd be like,
No,
"Yo,
regular season, I let go. Playoffs, a different breed.
Playoffs is a different breed."
Also, I'll say this, and I'm not happy Ramsey's joining me, but more so like going up against two of you both who are playing, and let's just say if you beat me having to sit there and watch it happen,
not be able to do anything,
not be able to do anything about it would just tear me up inside. Like, if I hear you guys talking trash, I might just pop the brace on and just have to shoot one, bro. Like,
get out there, launch a 3, shut up,
to see what happens. But no, I expect it to be a good game. And I actually think this is a really good test for us for a number of reasons. But I think this game, Showtime, I'll say I got what I deserved in the sense of I spoke a lot. I said it was going to happen, and it still happened. But this is more of a where are we? Am I gonna can we win it all, or are we the team who, because we have enough talent, we're just gonna coast by and see kind of what happens? Like sometimes, I tell my team this all the time. It's not about the talent. It's you have to want it. And if you don't want it, you ain't gonna win it. Your team, I will say, you have a lot of players who want it, man. Like Omar Arroyo, he wants it. Byron, he wants it, right? We're gonna have to dig deep to get those guys who really want. Like, we have the talent. I don't think anybody's gonna say, "Hey, my roster isn't talented." Just we gonna have to really, really want it.
Hey, here's what I need from your guys, though, Sid. Specifically, 2 guys, because I know they're more than capable. Jamal and Evan. I need y'all boys physical.
100%. And they have the ability to, right? I think Jamal's going to hear Waaris whisper a couple words to him. And, I've already warned him about the Waaris treatment, so he should be good to go. Hopefully, if I have to pull him aside just to give him a little quick pep talk again, and I might. But I know what Waaris wants. Same thing that Amir wanted last week. So it is what it is. But even for Evan, and I told my team last week, just truck somebody. It don't got to be intentional. Just don't just let them go right by you.
Yeah, don't let them walk by. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I think we're gonna have to be really physical with you guys, with your guards, especially. And the same thing, not let them just get whatever shots they want, and make sure they feel us there. And obviously, they're gonna get theirs. And last Muttaqeen stat. This is a NAR stat, but it's a Muttaqeen stat. Omar Diaz and AK combined are averaging 0.7 less points than Muttaqeen's whole team.
We do, in our defense, we have a pretty great backcourt. I mean, I love my team all top to bottom, but
that backcourt is really the engine to it.
It might be one of the best backcourts I've ever had.
And before I close it out, and I appreciate y'all joining me, I got this text from Ramsey that I think Sid would enjoy. He said, "Me and Sid having in the Battle of the Cripples this week, and I'm gonna make sure I throw my crutches at him if we lose." So
that's okay. Sid, I'll have to bring my own.
Watch out for that, Sid. Sid gonna take off and throw the boot at him. I don't know what's going on.
I think both of y'all should show up on motorized scooters.
That would be hilarious.
Like bumper cars.
No, you know what? We can play 6 on 6.
Rules. We're gonna switch it. Just me versus Ramsey free throw shootout.
It doesn't bode well for us. I'd rather anyway. Anyways, I'd rather just play a 15-minute overtime and throw the ball out of bounds. Anyways, that's all we got for the podcast. OB said, thank you so much for joining me. It was a fun one. And we'll be back with you next week, guys. Everybody be happy. Everybody be healthy. It's a good one. Come lock in on Sunday, boys.
We are
Peace out.
NMAA.
Come on.
Basketball, Dean, Brotherhood.
We've got former college D1 athletes, former international players, competition at all levels. Come on, man, it's what we do best.
It's game time, grab your crew cause I got mine. Cause my 5, we gon' shut her down like prime time. We always ready, staying steady on these front lines. Lights, camera, action, and we live, call it showtime. This labor of love, we call it grind and dedication. Blood, sweat, and tears for years, call it determination. Don't get it mistaken with people hating on your greatness. We just patiently waiting to make a slam dunk statement. So turn the station to NMAA podcast. Got the commission on going full blast. So when they ask who's the greatest in the state, well, we shaking bacon and breaking ankles and so wait. I'm too clean and precise with my jump shot. Celebrate with my bow and arrow, call it guns hot. Locked and loaded with my bag and my whole squad. Always rolling deep with my team, praising one God. Alhamdulillah.
Did you give it all you got? Did you give it 110%? Any team's capable of holding that championship trophy. Just depends how bad you want it.
I'm ruthless, I'm competitive. My drive's on fire, I'm so tentative. I dominate, call me executive. I'm a champion.
Let's go!
In the race of life, quitters never reach the finish line. I'ma get what's mine, gonna do the time, cause I'm in my prime. My mind is my weapon, my mental toughness is dead on. I'm a sharpshooter, top hooper. I'm a champion. It's not over till I say it is. Body still working hard, beating, blessed, time to live. It's all or nothing, I got all to give. Pushing to the last second, cause it's still time to win. Never too late, cause I'm the champion within. And the champions are made of perseverance, no quitting, ha. Yeah, that's why I'm out here grinding day and night. Always hungry, staying humble, that's my way of life. Cause every team dreams of being the number one seed. But do you got what it takes to make it in this league? Giving it all, game on the line, going 110. Claiming it all, looking to thrive, decisions always a win. I'm ruthless, I'm competitive. My drive's on fire, I'm so tentative. I dominate, call me executive. I'm a champion.
Let's go!
In the race of life, quitters never reach the finish line. I'ma get what's mine, gonna do the time, cause I'm in my prime. My mind is my weapon, my mental toughness is dead on. I'm a sharpshooter, top hooper. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm ruthless and competitive. My drive's on fire, I'm so tentative. At dominate, call me executive. I'm a champion.